This segment brought to you by Kansas Wheat. Learn more at rediscoverwheat.org.
Art Barnaby with Kansas State University. We are here today conducting a Farm Bill meeting. Basically, we're talking about various changes that have been proposed to the Farm Bill title, and we're looking at the unintended consequences that may occur from the economics as a result of some of those changes. My part of the program was to discuss crop insurance. The big proposed change that would have the greatest impact is either eliminating the harvest price option or reducing the subsidy on the harvest price option. That translates into higher premiums, and also if you eliminate the harvest price, you end up leaving a hole in your yield coverage by doing that, and that's because when you get short crops and a higher price, revenue coverage without that harvest price actually pays less than the yield protection, or what we used to call multi-peril crop insurance. In the previous farm bills, it was all about how do we can increase participation in crop insurance, and they were promoting various improvements. For example, the yield exclusion, trend adjustment on the APH to address declining APHs, for example. This time around, there's really no discussions of making improvements. It's basically hanging on to what we have, and if there are cuts, how those cuts are made. The farm groups have been really unanimous: don't touch crop insurance. It is an effective working safety net, probably the best we can hope for, but if there are changes, it won't come from the Ag Committee. It will come from congressmen from urban districts who want to take money from crop insurance and move it to other programs. One of the strange things about this, though, is crop insurance, it sounds like a big program at $6 billion or $7 billion. The amount of money they're going to save is maybe $1 billion. It's a very small program, even in the USDA budget. Over 80% of the entire USDA budget is for food programs. Crop insurance would represent 5–6% of that budget. So, but nonetheless, $1 billion, if they can move it to another program that they really want, why, that is what the fight is over. We don't know where this is going to come out. I'm convinced the Ag Committee will vote to maintain crop insurance as is. But we talked a little bit about surprises that end up in legislation. Somebody slips something in. The Section 199A is the current topic of something that ended up in legislation that no one realized was there, or they didn't understand what the consequences of that change were. We will be continuing to cover it on our agmanager.info. We are cooperating with the University of Nebraska. We had Brad Lubin here, who's a professor up there, and we're going up there next week to do a similar set of meetings. But primarily, Ag Manager will be the main focus of what we're providing in terms of analysis, proposed changes, what it really means to farmers and ranchers, and we'll do radio, that sort of thing. But you can do a lot more in-depth analysis on Ag Manager than you can in the short period that you have on a radio or video in this case.
Welcome to the Jerry Thomas Gallery and Collection, where we feature my renowned artwork, frontier military, and Native American artifacts. In the painting behind me is Scouting the Trail. Two scouts overlook the Smoky Hill River Valley just north of the famous Monument Rocks, which are internationally renowned, as a column of 7th Cavalry parade north of the river. On this point, two scouts rode in a circle, and there were 18 cartridges found up there, and that meant that they usually were warning of impending danger and firing off their weapons. One of those weapons I feature in the gallery, a Spencer weapon, which we featured in the painting. Very unique and very honored to showcase this to you.